Do you sometimes wonder where to go for a nice ride and you don't have too many ideas for the nice location? Stick around and I will show you some nice tips that probably can help you out. Of course, one of the best ideas is to ask your friends. If you have somebody that travel all around the United States or maybe even internationally, this person will be probably happy to suggest some of the nice places that you can visit and you can go and have a good time. But what if you don't really have that many friends? If maybe you are new to riding motorcycles, and sometimes it's not really that easy to find those locations. One of the best places to actually ask around are some of those motorcycle forums. I personally get really lucky with the motorcycle forums, and many times if I found like a location that I thought will be a nice place to visit, I will just go to the forum and simply ask the question where to go, where to sleep, or what to visit, and what are the nicest places to actually explore when I'm at these locations. In one case, I was actually researching the trip for Florida, which was actually not necessary for the motorcycle. Even I was just flying to Florida, and funny enough, I found somebody that was living in the Fort Lauderdale, which was the place that I would like to visit, and this person was super helpful. In recent months, it looks like Facebook actually gave us opportunity to create the groups, which kind of works like a forum, and sometimes it might be great resource for somebody planning the specific trip. And in those forums, there are people that some of these groups have even like 100,000 people or 10,000, 20,000 people. So it's hard to even find a place these days that somebody won't be living close by and be able to share the knowledge about the specific location. This is a great resource for a lot of us that I actually personally found really helpful. And in many cases, I will just simply suggest a location that I would like to consider for traveling, and there is always somebody that is actually able to provide these helpful tips. One of the more old school ways to actually plan some of those motorcycle trips are Butler's maps. This was something that was introduced many years ago, and I think that probably even before we have the access to a lot of resources on the internet, those specific maps are specifically designed for motorcycle riders with us riders in mind, which will show us really nice places to visit and gave us really great tips. I will try to put the link to our video, so if somebody is interested, they can actually purchase the map, and in case they are in the place that they don't have the internet, or if there is any kind of location that they would like to explore and just have something handy in case there is no reach of the service for your phone, this is really helpful to have. And as far as I know, you can purchase a specific map for a specific state, so you can always decide which state you would like to go to, and you will get really nice tips from those maps. So like I mentioned, I will place the link below our video so you guys can explore this idea if somebody is interested. About 2 years ago, I was introduced to Roadrunner magazine, which personally I found really helpful, especially that this magazine is truly designed for the motorcycle riders. This is a really nice magazine that is showing up on the shelves about every other month. So for about $13, you can buy the magazine and find some really nice locations to visit, and they really do a great job in order to provide us with all the necessary tips that we might be looking for. What I really like about those articles that they are pretty detailed, and they will show how difficult the road is. They will show specific route to travel, and also sometimes the distance and how many days you're supposed to spend there, and many great tips that I found really helpful in the past. just last year, I have opportunity to actually read one of those magazines, and I was wondering where to go. And I'm living in the Midwest, so this is the area that is already a flat land. So it's not the easiest to find the places that provide a little bit more excitement on the motorcycle. And sure enough, one of those Roadrunner magazines suggested Triple Nickel, which is the place in Ohio, which is actually like few roads around Athens, Ohio, which I would like to highly recommend to anybody watching this video that is maybe close by to this location. And it worked really great for me. I have a great time being there. I kind of read the article a few times just to make sure that if I will be visiting this location, that I will not miss anything that is worth to see. And that was a great trip. I have to say it was really, really helpful to have some kind of guide and magazine to just kind of prepare me for the trip. What is really nice about this magazine, in addition to providing us with some ideas for the local trips, is also like a big section of the magazine that is dedicated for the reviews of different motorcycles, and also the gear and some of this new technology that we see on the motorcycles popping up lately. So this is not only a really nice guide for riding, it's also something to kind of keep us on top of things motorcycle related. And I found this article really helpful. They not only recommend the roads in the United States, but also the places to visit internationally. So there is a small section of this magazine that will be specifically dedicated for international riders. And this was really helpful. I truly enjoyed this magazine. It currently costs about $13 for one edition in order for you to try. And what you can do, you can actually receive one of those cards that if you fill this up, you can actually get the subscription for 1 year, which is $24 for 6 issues of this magazine, which I thought is a really reasonable price for a really nice reference that sometimes we are looking for in case we don't know anybody, or we would like to just have a nice compendium of knowledge for specific trips that we are planning, and sometimes maybe even see something that we didn't even think about. But those articles are really helpful. I'm not associated with Roadrunner magazine in any way. I just thought I will just share that because I personally found it really helpful, and I already have some ideas that I was able to try just by reading this magazine, and it was a great resource for me. In case you would like to save even more, for $40 you can get the subscription for 2 years, which I think is even better deal, which is 67% off. So hard to imagine any better deal than this as far as those nice summary for many areas in the United States and also internationally. So we can keep the magazine and always come back to those magazines and just kind of choose a specific place that you would like to visit, depending on how much time off you have or how far are you from those locations. So I think this is really nice. What I actually was able to buy recently in Jewel is extra edition that this is for touring, and I have to say this edition cost also about $15, and they sometimes have a little bit extra for us to read about. And this is really helpful. This one goes a little bit deeper into different routes that they are recommending in the past, and this is something that I was really excited to find out in local Jewel. And I have to say I'm really happy to find something like that, because I already found the 2 articles that kind of sparked my attention and sparked my interest in order to maybe visit those places in the near future. So please check it out, and this is really helpful. There is one more thing that I would like to share with you guys, since I believe this is something new that Roadrunner magazine introduced. I don't know if this is something that was introduced lately, but what I noticed in this one is that they actually create the application that you can purchase for $5.99 a month, or in case of the annual subscription is $59.99. So for $60, you can have the application that can take you for all those nice roads, depending on where you are. And this is really well worth the money, I think. And I'm really considering trying this application, especially that sometimes I'm really running out of the ideas where to go and what to visit and where to go next. So just considering this really positive experience that I have with the Roadrunner magazine, I thought it might be worth a try for me. And of course, there are different applications that you can purchase for motorcycle riders. But since I have such a nice experience, I thought that maybe I will give this one a shot. And this is something that I would like to share with subscribers of this channel, because I realized that it's not always the easy thing to find these new places. And in this case, this is something really helpful. And I really hope that you guys will find this interesting and maybe can suggest some of the other ways. How do you plan those roads and where to go? And sometimes how do you get help, maybe from your friends or maybe from forums or any other way that maybe I'm not aware. So feel free to like and subscribe our channel. There is always this little button on the side that you can subscribe anytime. And thank you very much for your attention. I really hope that you enjoyed this short video, and see you on the road. And hopefully we can be able to see each other one time somewhere. And be safe and ride safe. Bye bye, guys.